Hello buddies, today I made nachos chips. If you love Doritos, then you may want to try out these chips. They are super crunchy and very crispy. You can take these nacho chips as appetizers with some salsa or dips, or even the nacho dry cheese. So relax and enjoy this video. So to make these chips, you add in 1 cup plus 1/4 cup of cornmeal, not corn flour, cornmeal into a bowl. To that you add half teaspoon of turmeric powder. Then you add in 1 teaspoon of dry oregano and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then you go in with first half cup of very hot water or boiled water. Okay, make sure that the water is very hot. Then once you're done adding that and mixing, you go in with extra 1/4 cup of the same hot or boiled water. Combine everything very well, just as you see in the video. Then you cover this and let it set for 2 to 3 minutes. After that, you add in half cup of all-purpose flour. So once you're done adding this all-purpose flour, you start combining everything together just as you see in the video. Okay, so once you are done combining it to this extent, you're going to apply about 2 tablespoons of flour to your work surface, and you also knead this with the flour on your work surface till everything comes together to form a soft non-sticky dough. Now once your dough is formed, you're going to set this dough aside. Then take a little portion of the dough, then apply flour on your work surface. Now if you are not using a non-sticky mat or you are not using a non-sticky paper, you need enough flour on your work surface so that this chips you want to make, this dough will not stick to your work surface. Okay, so you need enough flour. Apply enough flour on your work surface and you keep on rolling this out gently. Don't be hard on it. Okay, you need to be rolling it out gently till it is super thin. So once you are done rolling it out, you have to brush off the excess flour with your brush. Then you cut out the edges so that the edges are going to be smooth. After cutting out the edges, then you go this way. Then the next thing is to give it that shape of Doritos, that triangular shape. Okay, those triangular shape, just as you see me do in the video. Now after giving it this shape or cutting it into this shape, next thing you do is to use your fork to poke holes on the flat dough, because you don't want them to puff up while you fry them. So you just poke these holes on it, then take them out and set them aside. But please, while setting them aside, don't place them on each other, so that if you do that, by the time you be through frying the first batch, the other ones would have gummed or sticked to each other. Okay, now if you also have a non-stick paper, you can still use it to roll out. Just apply a little flour on the non-stick paper, then transfer your dough on the non-stick paper, apply some flour on it, and then use it to roll it out. It is also going to make it not to stick so much, okay, while you are rolling it out. But if you also have, like I say, if you also have non-stick mats, you can also use it. It also works very well. But if you don't have any of those, just know that you're going to apply enough flour on your work surface while you are rolling out the dough, so that it doesn't stick, because you want your dough to be extra thin, but even if not too thin, but it has to be very very thin, so that by the time you fry them, they are going to come out crunchy and crispy. Okay, so this is another method of cutting it out. Once you are done cutting it this way, you can apply some flour in between before placing the dough on each other, so that they don't stick. But if you can as well, just follow this way. Now cut it into the triangular shape, just as I told you guys. Okay, You can make your own bigger or smaller, just like mine. Then once you done, you separate them this way and also use your fork to poke the holes on each of them. Then you place your oil on heat, let your oil heat up. You need your oil to heat up very well, okay, so that these chips are going to come out crunchy. So once the oil has heated up very well, you reduce it to medium heat. Then you drop in these chips into the oil and monitor the heat while they fry, okay. So once they turn out light golden brown, you take them out from the oil and then place them on a tissue paper, on a kitchen towel or a clean kitchen paper, and let them dry completely, and you are ready to enjoy this amazing crunchy crispy nachos chips. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.